Hi, I'm Rachel Wells, and I'm here to read to you from my new book, Alfie The Christmas Cat. The part I'm reading is where the cats have helped the humans come up with an idea to raise money for the local homeless shelter, and so they decide to put on a big Edgar Road Christmas show, and they're holding auditions. I had to admit it was getting a bit tedious. The audition seemed to be going on forever, and there was only so much "there's no room at the inn" that I could hear. I thought about taking 40 winks, but my eyes widened in horror as the woman who had earlier threatened George and I walked onto the stage. "My name is Barbara, and I'm very experienced in stage work," she said. "Right, great, thank you. Off you go," Claire replied. "To be or not to be, that is the question." "What is happening?" Alexi asked. "It's Hamlet," Conley replied. "I know that, but what has Hamlet got to do with the nativity?" Alexi added. Claire shushed them as Barbara started pacing the stage, saying words I didn't even begin to understand. She's speaking a foreign language. At the end of a very long speech, where I really did have trouble keeping my eyes open, she fell down on the stage and there was silence. Claire, Alexi and Connie's mouths were wide open. "Is she dead?" someone from the audience asked. "Make way," Vic Goodman said, with Heather on his heels. "I am trained in first aid." He started prodding Barbara. "Get off me, I'm still acting," she said, sitting up. Everybody tried not to laugh. "Wow," Claire said, as Barbara took a bow. "That was something I've never seen before." "Thank you," Barbara said, but I wasn't sure it had been meant as a compliment. "Right, well, I think we're done," Alexi said. "It's been great. Thank you all for coming, and we'll make sure everyone has a role in the show because it's to raise money for the Helen Street shelter. So spread the word." Everybody cheered and clapped. Alexi was really taking charge as he asked everyone to leave numbers and names so he could get in touch. Hang on, this wasn't right. I jumped from the table and went to find Snowball, George and Hannah. Do you realise that nobody's mentioned us?" I said. "Maybe because you were a judge," Hannah suggested. "I mean, what if they think we don't want to be in the show?" George said. "After all, I'm possibly the most experienced here, so they must want us." "I know, maybe we need to show them that we want to be part of the show," I said. "How?" Snowball asked. "Quick, on stage before everyone leaves," I said. The four of us made our way. "Meow, meow, come on, guys," I hissed. "Make as much noise as you can." "Meow, meow, meow." We were a bit like a cat's choir. The hall fell silent. "What is going on?" Barbara shouted. "Well, it seems the cats want to be on the show," Jonathan said, and then he, Matt and Thomas laughed loudly. I hoped they were laughing with us, not at us. "Of course they need to be in the show," Alexis Francesca said. "Oh no, you're right, Mum, we forgot about them," Alexi said. How could you, I thought. "Keep going, we're filming this," Tommy said, and nudged Charlie. "This'll be YouTube gold," he said. So we jumped about the stage, making as much noise as we can. George did a few jumps. Hannah looked a little embarrassed and stayed close to Snowball, but I think we got the idea of our talent across. We carried on until we were all worn out. When we stopped, someone led a huge round of applause. "The cat is auditioning. That's so funny," a voice said. "It's the coolest thing ever," another voice said. "Who ever heard of actual cats being in a show?" Barbara said, not kindly. But she was soon shut down. "Of course the cats have to be in the show," Connie said. "I can't believe we didn't think of it." I couldn't believe it either. George did a sort of jig. Hannah wished her tail, and Snowball rolled around on the floor. I tried to take a bow, but it's not that easy being a cat. So we sat in the line, having finished our little performance. "You know, suddenly I think this is going to be the best Christmas show ever," Tommy said with the biggest smile. "Meow, you're welcome," I replied.